We're here in Hare townland in Kilfenora, County Clare. I've always been interested in biodiversity and always been attempting to try and improve the quality of nature on the space that we have. So when the Hare's Corner initiative came up, I'd always wanted a pond actually, so that was something I had wanted to do anyway. And I saw they were providing funding, and more importantly, they were providing advice. So two people, Hare and Karen, I think, came out here and had a look at the site to make sure it was suitable for the pond. And they did a webinar on how to put in ponds. So there was a lot of advice that was offered by the Hare's Corner as well, and I found that very valuable. So we got the pond in year one, and I thought it was just such a great initiative that we try and go for the orchards. We got 8 apple trees from the Hare's Corner in January of this year. That's an Irish peach, and then there's another one just over here. Ballyvaughan seedling. This has a few on it. This is Finola Lee. And I'm really looking forward to them getting big. And I remember going to Seed Savers years and years and years ago and just walking up through the hill where they have the orchard, and just, it's such a special place. Like, it's just so, there's something about it, and like even just the smell of the apple trees and the smell of the blossoms is just fabulous. So I'm really looking forward to having that here. We are so delighted with our pond. We absolutely love it. We got a local digger driver, Mikey Flanagan, to come and excavate it, and he left the little island in the middle, which is a lovely feature. And it's about a metre deep at the far side, and then the ground slopes up to this side, so you could walk into it at this side. We've just left it. We haven't planted anything or done anything with it. You know, whatever comes to it will come to it, and whatever is meant to grow there will grow there. So we would have had a lot of the meadow flag iris around here, and we've got a lot of rushes, as you can see. So yeah, we're just kind of observing it and watching it, and we'd have the odd ducks on it, and the dragonflies are fabulous on the warm days in the summer. And the swallows, especially just before they headed off last year, we really noticed the swallows were just going mad for it, swooping and diving. And we get lots of frogs, lots of tadpoles in the springtime. And yeah, it's lovely. As part of the webinar that they did, Phelim explained that even if the water drains out completely, or even if it dries up completely in a warm spell, it still has biodiversity value and it will fill up again. So we didn't put a liner in it, and we've never had an issue. We've always had water in it. Obviously there's loads of advice on the internet and there's loads of information, but having somebody come and like look at the site and assess it and say this is definitely suitable for a pond, that was a big incentive for me to take part in the project. Hello chooks. We've had a lot of people moving here in the last few years who want, you know, a better quality of life, and they've got they might have an acre or two and not be sure what to do with it. And I think it's great for them to have something like the Hare's Corner, which can provide advice and funding. And I know they do nature plans as well, and I know some people who've gotten the nature plans done. And that's a great resource, and it's great to have people to say, well, listen, you know, you've got this lovely half an acre, and you don't really want to be going up and down a lawnmower day in, day out. So why don't you create a little pond or create a little wetland or put a little orchard in, and it'll be much nicer for you and much nicer for nature and better for us all.